This is a little utility that I wrote to automate some of the lookups of a UPC in order to produce the correct ASIN, which can be a time-consuming process. But also, as part of that, we put in some logic to look up and populate the pricing for an item. And that can be, in this case, it's looking for the second best from the used screen. It's looking for the second place pricing so that you're not the most expensive. You're sort of right there underneath. Or I'm sorry, you're not the cheapest, but you're right there underneath of it. So anyway, those parameters can be tweaked depending upon, and it can even be parameterized at the top. And so let me show you how this works. So you click on the, now this is Windows software. If you're on a Mac, you'll have to run a Windows environment in order to take advantage of this. And so here is what you do. So you click on the run command, and so here's one error condition. If it does not find a match, it is going to register this as an error, and it will also record this URL so that can be manually inspected just in case you need to kind of look at that. So there's going to be an error. As you can see, I'm able to pause through this, so if you see this running and you're wanting to babysit this, you can look at, okay, now this is going to generate another error. It is possible for a UPC to generate multiple ASINs, which in this case it will, and so this is going to require some manual inspection. Okay, now this is an example of one that is going to succeed. It brought back one product, or one ASIN, I guess, once you drill into it. And if we actually run and then pause quickly, it drills into the product, and then it's going to drill into the used section here. So let's see if I can catch it. Okay, oh, I missed it. Let's try it on the next one. It happens pretty fast, and so. Okay, here's one. Let's see if I can catch it. Okay, I caught it. So what it's going to do is it's going to go through and it's going to ignore anything that is free shipping and only include those things that are that there's actually physical shipping. So we're looking at this one here and this one here. And that's really all that's in the list. And so what it would do is select then the second price, which would be this one right here. And so that's the way that would work. Now, of course, that can be changed programmatic. I mean, we could change that so it's parameter. We could set it so it chooses the first one, or we could choose it to not ignore the free shipping options. Those are all options, but this is the way that it was programmed for this demo. And so let's go ahead and run this a little further so you can kind of get a little bit more of an idea. All right, so it's just going to fire through there. I've covered really all the conditions. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video now so that, and I'll just wait till this thing is done, and then we'll actually look at the end result file. Okay, so you can see that it has stopped, and we're going to go ahead and close this. You know that stopped because it brings up this run icon here, and there are no pause and stop options, and obviously it stopped chugging through the list, or through the Amazon site. So I'm going to go ahead and close this now. And let's look at the results. It produced this file here, and if I open up this file in Excel and expand out the columns, you'll kind of see. So we can see this is the description. They've got your original UPCs, the ASINs that they found, the price based upon what we said, and it also gives the price details, so you can see the you know, right in the middle. It saw this one for $324.55 with $33.52 shipping, and it shows this one right here, the $339.99 option, and it did that across the board. For the ones that it found that were an error, UPC not found, and it also gives the URL reference. So this is a time saver because it allows you to go back through And if you can't see this. Let's see if I can bring this over so you can see. So I'm going to plug that in, and you can see that this is what it found. It did not find a match and registered it as such. In this case, more than one item found for the UPC. And if we want to check that one, we can just plug that into the browser, and it brings you right to that point, and you can visually inspect and make your decision about which one you want to select. So that is pretty much it. Of course, you can see that it chewed through 18 of these in pretty short order. It would have taken you some time to actually collect that data. So, all right, well that's enough for the demo here, and thank.